Man, all right, let's get our hair together. I was trying to get on as close to on time as possible. Woke up super early, couldn't go back to sleep. That's unusual. I'm sending out the black signal so that the family can join us. On the black signal, you notice that I'm putting on more links. So you can subscribe to us on Spreaker. You can subscribe to us on our YouTube channel as well. Like I said, I'm going to start compressing all of the places where we could be seen and where people could join us. Let's make sure we're streaming on all cylinders right now. Okay. Make sure we are up and live on Spreaker. Can you hear me? Check 1, check 2, check 1, check 2. The mic sound kind of low. I don't know what's up with that. Well, I do know what's up with that. I need to just go on and do what I said I was going to do and get a new microphone, right? So let's do this. Let's refresh. And all right. Oh, they got him. Now they're gonna make me sign back in. That's some shit. There we go. All right, family. We're about to get it popping off. All right, there we go. So for those that are joining us on Spreaker, you can now hit us up. For those joining us on Facebook, we are live right now. It appears that we are live on YouTube as well. Well, the Geometry Journey for some reason don't appear to be live, but I'm live on iTim. I should be live on Geometry Journey. I'm just trying to make sure it's straight because this is the one I sent out to the family. I want to make sure that it's up. Nah, it's up to date, but they don't have us on there. So we'll see what's going on. All right, anyway. So first off, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty, where your hustle builds muscle. This is Geometry Journey Media. Thank you, Anime. Man, my ear is killing me. Ear infection, I think. This is a Heart of Simple production, and right now you are tuned in to the Daily Toast. Alright, some of you getting lazy, but we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take a breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. Now, grab your glass for that water. Get your bottle of that water. Drink the cap off that water. Lift and pour your water. Drink. Or should we say, live, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Stretch it out. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, raise, toast, then. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. But to stay healthy, you know you need breathe, drink, eat, move. Eat appropriately, that is. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Let's drink it up, man. Drink it up. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Drink your water, family. I want to say great Kujichagulia to you. Shouts out to Miss Navita Nelson. She is up posting early in the morning. And shouts out to Brother Kwame. He's up on the line as well. Let me make sure. So, y'all know we got the mall coming on February 23rd, but we also will be having our movie night on the same night. So we're trying to compact as much into that event as possible. We're also going to have an African heritage cooking class popping off right in that room, family. So listen, it's about to go down. So you're going to be able to learn about the African heritage diet. You're going to be able to watch the Purge, the first Purge. And of course, you know, there's a discussion behind the movie. We don't just watch movies. We discuss movies. And on top of that, you're going to be able to get your shopping on. So we're combining the market and the movie night. It'll be Kuumba, February 23rd from 12 to 6 p.m. Come out and support. We still got room for vendors. I'm sending shots out to all the vendors that are participating, that have already threw their hats in the ring. Family, when we say mall, I need y'all to understand, the whole concept is market, but you know, market don't sound as good as mall, right? But the building an economic base, you know what I'm saying? Creating a space for economic activities to go on, you know, and that's a key piece. So there is a lot going on far as the I don't want to say I guess the only term is like Black Agenda. There's been several shows and like shots going out. So we have the old media, in the sense that TV and radio type shit, throwing shots and shade out on the new media, on people on Facebook and YouTube that's been talking and really been doing some good work. You got Yvette Carnell, Tone Talks. You got Professor Black Truth. You got Jason Black, the Black Authority. You got Tariq Nasheed. You got what's the brother's name that Corey Holcomb works with him, but I can't remember the dude, but he's been doing radio shows for a very long time, and now he's on the internet as well. And you got it appears that there have been attacks going out against the new media, and it's almost like, especially around this whole Kamala Harris and Cory Booker announcements, right? And black folks are no longer allowing our image, our thoughts, our ideas. Zoe, that's right. Zoe. Yup. Ain't gonna have nothing on us. Oh, Easton Mall ain't gonna have nothing on us but AMC at Easton. We got G&J Theater in the house. You know what I'm saying? And Zoe, brother Zoe. So we got all of this new energy, you know what I'm saying, that's out here, including G&J, dropping it, trying to get our people aware of what's going on out here. So you can't just throw a candidate in front of a group like that and don't have questions coming, and you're not going to be allowed to ignore those questions any longer. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's like questions around Kamala Harris. Because the whole piece we got to understand is that they bring her up, and the first question that came out of everybody's mouth was, is she black? And people like, well, y'all talking about is she black enough? No. See, we got to understand there's a game being played on us, always. And as black people, we accept everybody. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to come with an agenda. Because people got to understand that the way that we're thinking now, it don't even matter what color a representative is that's going into government, as long as you're carrying our agenda with you, as long as you're willing to stand up and say what needs to be said for us. Because we mature, right? We mature. We ain't on that childish shit. And we know for a fact that just because you look like us don't mean that you have our best interests at heart. And we always got to remember that. So it don't matter, but represent who you are. Don't come to us bullshitting us, thinking you gonna fool us into being like, oh, she one of us, so we automatically got to go with her. We did that shit already. That shit will never happen again. Never again. Never, ever, ever again. You know what I'm saying? Never again. Come, you know what I'm saying? Come, ask us what we want. Number one on the list is reparations. And see, I know a lot of people now. Because people are already, I'm already got the comeback, right? I tell my young people, I say it's three types of people, right? It's those that like to fight. Really like to fight. And they're very rare. They're about 5%. They really, really like to fight. Win or lose, they are fighters. They are the individuals that you can put in the ring. Some of them even start to love pain, and they love the struggle to get themselves ready to get in for a fight. Then you have the next level, which is about 10% of the population. These are individuals who can fight, but don't like to fight. When you press them, they're going to whoop your ass. That's 10%. So 5%, you got 5% that really like the combat. They like the battle. It's like once it's on, it's on. Win or lose, that's what they do. Then you got those that can fight but don't like to fight, right? That's about 10% of the population. 10%. 10%. And the last group is the 85% that just want to win. They just want to win. They can't fight. They don't like to fight. They just want to win. These are usually the bullies. These are usually, we all know them. We all know them, right? They just want to win. Period. They'll get the cousin. They'll get the gun. They'll get the knife. They'll keep shit going. 85%. And what's bothering me is that 85% is kind of who's been leading our political life. They just want to win. So they'll say shit to us about politics in our political discussions. Well, they can't win going in with our agenda. See, when you're dealing with people that only want to win, they are willing to compromise everything. They'll give up everything. Sometime you find victory in defeat. Sometimes people got to know that you don't care. We gonna fight. We got to fight this motherfucker out. We got to do, you know what I'm saying? It's not always about winning. It's not always about getting somebody in office. Sometimes it's about getting your discussion on a goddamn table. And black folks, people been jumping around us and over us and moving and shuffling us, and we've been allowing people to do this because we want to win. We want to win. No, this coming election, we need to fight to get our agenda on the table. Get it on the table. Point blank, period. I'm gonna leave it at that. But family, I want to say once again, great Kujichagulia to you. Tonight we have Folktale for Grown Folks. If all goes well, we might have something else. All discussions fit into Folktale for Grown Folks because, matter of fact, let's see what folktale we got. Last week we had. No, we didn't. Yeah, we had the dog and the cook last week. So this week we got the Travelers and the Plane Tree. Never heard this one. Two travelers, worn out by the heat of the summer sun, laid themselves down at noon under the wide-spreading branches of a plane tree. As they rested under its shade, one of the travelers said to the other, "What a singularly useless tree is the plane." What a singular useless tree is the plane. It bears no fruit, and it is not of the least service to man. The plane tree, interrupting him, said, "You ungrateful fellows, do you, while receiving benefits from me and resting under my shade, dare to describe me as useless and unprofitable?" God damn! Anime, wake up! What you doing, girl? Oh my God! I told you. Listen, I swear, people. Listen, I just go folktale for folktale. You know what I'm saying? Page to page. This is 312. We was on page 311 last week. Listen to me. I don't even read these damn things in advance. If that is not a total description, I'm going to read that one more time. We are going, family, tell your friends, the conversation is going down tonight. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Folk tale for grown folks. Put the kids to bed because it's going down tonight. Oh my God. 2 travelers worn out by the heat of the summer sun laid themselves down at noon under the wide-spreading branches of a plane tree. As they rested under its shade, one of the travelers said to the other, "What a singularly useless tree is the plane. It bears no fruit and it is not of the least service to man." The plane tree interrupted him, said, "You ungrateful bastard. You ungrateful so-called allies. You ungrateful," plug your word in, "you ungrateful fellows, do you, while receiving benefits from me and resting under my shade, dare to describe me as useless and unprofitable? Some men underrate their best blessings." That's a description for black people. That's a description of you, some of us in relationships. That's the description for, family, we go so many different directions with this folk tale tonight. But won't pop off without you. Well, my fault. You know how I do. But it won't get as deep. And somebody out there is not going to get what they need if you don't show up. All right. So let's go and get our toast on so I can get up out of here. I'm not going to hold y'all up. I want to make sure I'm getting all of the text that I need to. Well, it ain't showing no comments. But where are the comments coming from? Okay. So, all right. So, let's go and get our drink. Yep. Oh, my God. The Cerebrus Lux makes my hands soft as hell. I'm like, I can't. Oh, snap. Is it still running? What? Is Spreaker still running? So that means I could click off of Spreaker and, uh-oh. I just found out something from the family on accident. There we go. Now my supplies is running low. I keep running into roadblocks. So, alright, here we go, family. Lifting up our glass. Lifting up the glass to toast the Creator by whatever name you choose to call the Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute the Creator of the universe. And we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on to our ancestors. Right? We toast those upon whose shoulder we stand. And we pull out the list. For those that want to add their ancestors to the list, it's a very simple process. Well, it can be simple. Now, for some reason, some phones can't get on. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Talking to Miss, to Mr. Navita. Yep, we could do that. So, to get your ancestors on the list, very simple process, kinda, depending on, I don't know, the phones is, but anyway, you could join the Black Signal list, and this is just a general list, so you don't have to do the early morning thing if you're not. But if you want to do the early morning thing, think about it. Toaster, Toaster, text that to 77292. Text Toaster to 77292. If you just want to be on the general list, text GNJ to 77292. Now, once you're in that system, then you can also text your ancestor's name to us. Now, another way is to go to our Giami Journeys on Facebook and inbox us the name of your ancestors. We will transfer them to our list. All right? Do the same thing on YouTube as well. All right? Or if you know somebody in GNJ and you want to give it to them and get it to me that way, we're going to add them to the list. We have a beautiful book just laid to the side waiting for more ancestors. All right. So, calling on ancestors. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Tex, Sandra Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L., Noma X, Pet Maya, Rob, Malika Pakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Hayes, Grace Lundy, Inez Hayes, William Bill Marsh, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Gail Pullian, Deluxe Brother Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Ree Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDonald, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hines Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Edgar Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hadley Vester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dilamont Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFreitas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Haley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Bookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tom Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Quillen and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Preston Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lily Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ada Casey, Thomas Kofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Little Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls here in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rupert Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Maria Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashad Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shechem Aha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarin Coper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon, Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, and Jonathan Ford. We lift up our glass, we salute, and we say Ashe, saluting those ancestors that laid the foundation for us, helped us learn to be who we are, gave some of us the courage to be who we are, motivate, inspire. We want to lift up and we want to thank these ancestors. And we say Ashe. We proudly stand upon your shoulders. In this moment, we move to the moment now. And in this moment right now, we are in Kujichagulia, the best day of the week. Oh, shouts out to all my Kujichagulia babies. For those that don't speak the language, that means self-determination. Demonic principle is justice. The color is indigo. I got on black. Correspondence is the Hermetic law. Male name is Quabana. Female name is Abina. Right? Shouts out to my Abinas. See you out there, Miss Navita. We also got Miss Gina upstairs asleep. And I'm a Quabana. Yay. This our day. This our day. So we lift up in this moment. We think about this moment. We work in this moment. We live in this moment. We are empowered in this moment. And we move forward in this moment, in power, so that we can lay the foundation for the next generation. And we say, Ashe. From there, we toast our children, on to infinity. Our children's children. Man, wow. So we lift up. But we know that they need something to stand upon. So we got to handle our business in the moment. Like many of our ancestors handled their business in the past. So that we're able to stand in the now. And one day understanding that we're going to have to turn this now over to the next generation. So that they could be stewards of it for the future generations. So we lift up our glass for our children, our children's children, our children's children's children, on to infinity. And we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations. We lift up the glass for all of our relations, and we say Ashe. Family, from there, we move on, and we go to that selfish toast that's taking this moment for yourself. What is it that you need in order to make your moment more powerful? And we say Ashe. From there, we move to the most powerful part for me, where I get to toast the most beautiful, most magnificent, most enlightened, strongest, inspirational, uplifting individual in the room, and that's you. Don't look around. It's you. I toast you, and family, once again, we wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, go and have a great day. Hopefully, I will see you tonight. Because tonight, it's going down. This has been episode 1229. 1229 is going down. In the C-Town and all over the internet. The place to be is to be right here so we can have this discussion. Alright? Alright, I'm out. Peace.